I would like to welcome you to the very brief introduction and overview of the Trader's Winning Edge software package. I am Dave Jackson, and I have been a student of Jerry's for several years and also of Roger Felton. And it really began with Mel Hardman's book that led me to both Jerry and Roger Felton. So this package has actually been several years in the making. And of course, the first thing we need to do is to go over the disclaimer statement. First one is risk disclosure, and just some highlights. Past performance does not guarantee future results. Trading involves substantial risk. Only trade money you can afford to lose. No one can guarantee profits or freedom from loss. The next panel is the U.S. government required disclaimer. Trading has large potential rewards and large potential risks. Don't trade money you can't afford to lose, and past performance is not indicative of future results. Now we have up that all-important CFTC Rule 4.41. Simulated results do not represent actual trading. Simulated trading programs have the benefit of hindsight. And the last one, substantial risk is involved, and you must be willing to accept this risk. Again, don't trade money you can't afford to lose, and no offer is being made in this video to buy or sell futures, options, stocks, or ETFs. And I appreciate your patience as we go through this necessary part. Okay, the remainder of this short introduction will use this screenshot as a demonstration of the TWE package. A while back, and I will say with Jerry's permission, I began working with the very excellent programmer at Felton Trading, Rod Armour, to incorporate some of Jerry's methodologies into on-chart trade signals. This TWE package does represent many hours of work by Rod. So my thanks go out to Rod and the good folks at Felton Trading. An important aspect for me in this project was to keep this package as simple as possible while including very usable and productive features. Please understand that this introductory video will just touch on some of the key features of the Trader's Winning Edge software package. There will be short videos on each of the major parts of the package. I would suggest that you watch each video in order, as they will build one on another. The first item to point out is the bar type. And as you can see with the pointer, the bar type, we've got basically green for up, red for down, real simple. But this bar type is a Renko Supreme bar, and this is a foundational component of the trade package. It is by the way, a very uniquely calculated Renko bar. So there will be a whole video just on why we're using that bar. Now, many of you have seen Jerry use the MACD histograms for his version of the zero line rejection trade setup. This has been made into a signal in the TWE package. The MACD in the package allows the user to place horizontal threshold lines that can be translated into filters for the zero line rejection. And these are these little dashed yellow lines. And you can set those to any level you want within the program. And as long as those do not break that level, we did not get a ZR signal up here. If you notice, that little cyan broke it while the longer term was still red. We got a ZR. Instead of ZLR, we shortened it to two letters, ZR. And this one's a little easier to see. It pretty well obviously the shorter term broke above threshold and our longer term was still in the red, so we got a ZR. So that's the ZR signal. The second trade signal comes from something Jerry has mentioned many times, and that is that a first pullback after a trend change generally has the best edge. This concept is also a trade signal in the TWE package. Now this is the BR signal, the yellow BR signal you're seeing on that screen. This signal can be filtered to only show in the direction of the trend. And that is determined by this little red line right here, which has to do with the stop and reverse dot. You can see the cyan dots here. The first bar to close past those dots, you get a red line, and it does have an audio. And down that comes, we get a pullback. Notice that pullback went right to those stop and reverse dots. That's another filter that can be employed. In other words, you can say, hey, I need it to be within, at least 4 ticks of that, or whatever you want. Also, you can filter it with moving averages. So you can choose 4 to 5 moving averages that you want to see that price pull back to. The third signal is a little different than the other two in that it first identifies a range-bound area and then offers a signal to effectively trade these areas. Many of you have heard the term the squeeze. This concept has been around for many years and is the basis for this signal. The squeeze signal has its own set of filters, so you can dial it in to your own market and chart size. And in this example, the SQ here and way up here. And basically the SQ signal says, hey, we're in a squeeze, which is identified in this case by a little change of color of the chart background. That's where the squeeze would be. And again, we'll go over this in detail in another video. But you can see there, a squeeze signal went off, market went down. Squeeze signal went off, market went down. Notice a nice little feature here is what we call signal stacking. In other words, this was a squeeze and a zero line rejection signal, just like this was a ZR and a BR signal. So something to keep in mind. All 3 signals have been designed around the specialized Renko bar type, but they will work on other bar types, just in my opinion, not as nicely. All of the signals do have audio alerts that give both a pre-setup warning and a signal completed audio alert. Now, the pre-setup warning is particularly useful if you're watching multiple markets as a heads up. This package is only for Ninja Trader. And let me repeat, it is only for Ninja Trader. This package will work on stocks, but not on end-of-day only bars. The user would need a good Renko Supreme bar setting and have a real-time stock data feed such as Kinetic. This was just a very brief overview video to give you a basic idea about the Trader's Winning Edge software package. The videos to follow will have detailed information on the Renko Supreme bar type, the stop and reverse indicator, the special MACD with the threshold settings. There will be a separate video on each of the 3 on-chart trade signals, the BR, the ZR, and the SQ, and their filters, the entry guide, which I really didn't mention here, and 3 other indicators in the package. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you on the next one, which is the Renko Supreme bar type.